Hello, I'm Pastor Len Smith, interim pastor here at Shepherd's Heart Fellowship in Osceola, Indiana. Continuing the series today of Holy Humor from the book written by Cal and Rose Samra. And a disclaimer, of course, Holy Humor mentions various faith and denominational groups. And this is not meant to put down or disparage any of these groups, but just some holy humor that you may find interesting. Some of you may remember a comedian from ancient times by the name of Steve Allen. And he sent the following story in that was published in this book. There was an ecumenical gathering, and someone rushed in and said, "The building is on fire." And he recorded the response of various denominational groups. Steve Allen said, "The Methodists at once gathered in a corner and prayed. The Baptists cried, 'Everybody into the water.' The Lutherans posted a notice on the door declaring fire was evil because it was the natural abode of the devil. The Congregationalists shouted, 'Every person for themselves.' The Seventh-day Adventists proclaimed, 'It's the vengeance of an angry God.' The Christian Scientists agreed among themselves that there really was not a fire. The Presbyterians appointed a chairperson who was to appoint a committee to look into the matter and make a written report to the next session meeting. The Episcopalians formed a procession and marched out in good order. The Unitarian Universalists concluded that the fire had as much right to be there as anyone else. And the Roman Catholics passed a collection plate to cover the damages. Bonnie Haberset of Livonia, Michigan, passed on this chain letter titled, "The Perfect Pastor," which came to her anonymously with the request that she pass it on. The results of a computerized survey indicate the perfect pastor preaches exactly 15 minutes. He or she condemns sin but never upsets anyone. He or she works from 8 a.m. until midnight and also is the janitor. He or she makes $50 a week, wears good clothes, buys good books, drives a good car, and gives about $50 every week to the poor. The perfect pastor is 28 years old and has been preaching for 30 years. He or she has a burning desire to work with teenagers and spends all of his or her time with senior citizens. The perfect pastor smiles all the time with a straight face because he or she has a sense of humor that keeps him or her seriously dedicated to his or her work. The perfect pastor makes 15 calls daily on parish families, shut-ins and hospitalized, and is always in his or her office when needed. If your pastor does not measure up, simply send this letter to 6 other parishes that are tired of their pastor too. Then bundle up your pastor and send him or her to the church at the top of the list. In 1 week, you will receive 1,643 pastors, and one of them should be perfect. Have faith in this letter. One church broke the chain and got its old pastor back in less than 3 weeks. And some of you also might remember a TV newscaster by the name of John Chancellor. He said this, "You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans." Thank you for listening today. We hope you found these to be entertaining. And again, we want to invite you to attend any of our life application classes every Sunday at 9 a.m. here at Shepherd's Heart Fellowship, or come and experience our blended worship service that begins at 10. Have a great day.